What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Arcade Motorsports Consulting, our buddy Randy Keene over there. What is up? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
What it is. We got a, let's go with weather because that's what we do for whatever reason. It's kind of chilly outside.
It is. It's supposed to be freezing tonight.
It is.
There's a frost warning. So get all y'all's plants in.
We went from, 2 weeks ago it was 80s. That's what we say it always happens. We don't have fall here in South Carolina.
Well, it's been a complete roller coaster because 2 weekends ago it was freezing and hurricane winding, whatever. And then this past weekend it was 80. It felt great.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And then a day later it's freezing again.
It's pretty chilly. I like it. I don't know. It's making my head do all kind of crazy stuff.
My sinuses ain't been right for over a month now.
No.
Constantly.
No, it's no good. It's no good. It's no good at all. So you was what's up this weekend? You cooking a hog?
Yeah, we did. We cooked a hog. We hadn't done that in a long time. I had to remember what to do kind of there. I about forgot, bro. But
I ride a bicycle, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Turned out really good. So it was a long day Saturday. We started about 4. So
it does that.
120-pound hog. So took a little while, but turned out real good. We used that old homemade sauce. I thought was you have one mustard base and one vinegar base.
Yeah.
No, it's one mustard base and the other one is ketchup
based. Yeah, which is also kind of.
I mean, yeah, but it's had the vinegary taste, I guess. But nonetheless, it was good. It turned out real good. But everybody I think enjoyed themselves. So that was good, man. We enjoyed that and just made for a long, tiring day for sure.
Yeah, it does that. And then I imagine y'all watched our good old Gamecocks.
Yeah, for a little while there.
Not like the team they looked like last week. Again.
Well, they didn't, but it kind of is deceiving when Florida allows 50-something points. Sanford just scored 50.
Well, yeah, I agree, but Missouri ain't done nothing this year either.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of worried about this weekend. I found out Saturday that I got tickets to go to the Auburn game. Oh. I don't really know how that's going to work out. I don't think that's going to really be a game, especially being that they got beat last weekend. They're probably going to be all mad and want to beat up on us even more so.
Well, they down a quarterback though.
That's right.
Quarterback's out for
Bo
the season.
Nixon or whatever.
Yeah. He's out for the season.
Well, that's good. Hey, you made me feel better. Maybe we'll be all right. I kind of doubt it, but maybe we'll be all right.
I doubt too.
But yeah, it's just been one of them years, man. But I mean, the quarterback, our Carolina's quarterback, ain't had no time to do nothing again, just like it was 2 weeks before. Now Florida looked good, then I don't know, but crazy.
Well, I'm gonna move off college football for a second. I'm just gonna let you know my fantasy team. Dude.
How's they doing, bro?
I will now be 7-4. No, I'm sorry. 6-4. 6-4.
How am I doing?
I think you're under there somewhere.
I'm under there.
Let's see.
That's not good.
I'll pull it up real fast.
Hey, we're all guaranteed a spot in the playoffs.
No, we're not.
Oh.
No, we're not. It's only top 8 out of 12.
Oh crap. Maybe I should pay attention. It don't matter if I pay attention or not, because when I try to move them around, it gets worse.
You lost this week. You're 7th as of right now, but you lost.
All right, well that's not bad.
But my problem is, all right, I'm putting this out there because this is a Chicken Bone Alley League that we, talked about on our Facebook and stuff. And we put out there if anybody out there wanted to get in. If you're not in this year, we'll have another one next year. All right, this is my problem right here. I had in, all right, I'm going to tell you my lineup for this week. Tom Brady. Keenan Allen. I had Chris Godwin. Anyway, I even put Adrian Peterson on my team. Reason being is because all my running backs I had were out, questionable, or on bye week or something. Just stupid stuff.
I think Adrian Peterson is like 45 years old.
He is, but he was available and mine
wonder
were
why
out.
he was
Mine were out.
I wonder why he was available.
Well, because he came up, but there wasn't any better than him that were available, which was the bad part. We got a pretty big. When you got 12 teams, that's actually a fairly large league for fantasy football.
Yeah, I agree. We might need to decrease that.
It's kind of no, I like it like that.
Multiple leagues. I don't even know who's on my team, but
it's just hard to get. It's just hard to get good players. But my problem is like Tom Brady. All right, he's been pretty good all year long.
Yeah, playing the Washington football team.
Yeah,
and lost.
Yeah, like he was projected 22.5 fantasy points. He got 15. And Patrick Mahomes, who I have on my bench, somehow I managed to get Brady and Mahomes this year.
I ain't lying, but
I don't know how I did that. Well, I had first and second. I had last pick first round, first pick second round. Somehow, which was fine. But somehow both of those were left open, and that was my first two picks. All right. Well, Mahomes, I took him out because I've been starting him, but he'd be like, he's projected to get like 25 points. He'd get like 19 every week, which was killing me. Yeah. Well, this week he was projected, so I put him on my bench. Projected 24.38 points. Got 36.24.
How did that work out for you?
Not too good.
Not too good.
But everybody else on my bench, I guess I'm glad I put them on my bench because they all had 0 points. 0.
Well, you did good as far as those guys, but not my homie.
And then I was playing against the guy I was playing against. He had Dallas's defense. They got 23 points. That's unheard of. Normally defense is less than 10.
Yeah, that's pretty daggone good.
That's hard to beat.
They got more than the whole offense together, bro.
Yep. It got a third of my points, period.
Jesus.
So, I don't know. So it's killing me. Killing me. So, anyway, well, I wrapped up the last wedding of the year.
I took a vacation day, everyone. Kind of, sort of, in a way.
You didn't miss much. It was good.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Well, y'all knew them from the lake, right? Someone.
I knew the bride's aunt.
That was it.
It's
a distant no.
That was it. Aunt and uncle. That was it.
I'm sure your dad knew somebody. He knows everybody.
No, he knew the same ones I knew. That was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All these people were actually, that's what's funny is all of them mostly were from like Manning, Sumter area.
Oh, I got you.
And somehow, whatever. No, I just, I woke up Saturday morning. I couldn't hear out my left ear. Like, nothing. My whole head and face hurt. I was running fever. Everything else.
That ain't good, bro.
Good old sinus infection straight up kicked in. And it was god awful. But I got there and started unloading and stuff, and it wasn't that hot. I mean, it was a warm Saturday, but it wasn't hot by no means.
No.
I just started sweating like crazy.
How about you broke your fever?
I think I did. Which I was just tired, ready to go. Which we got out there. We were gone by 8:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
Bad.
No, that ain't bad at all.
Not bad.
I noticed more the fall and when the time changes, it always seemed like the weddings would get over earlier.
Well, especially when you have outdoor wedding.
and it's
38 degrees out there.
Yeah.
They had the heaters under there. It was decent, but it was cool still.
Oh yeah.
So and it wasn't a very big wedding.
Mm-hmm.
What was really funny though was we were setting up for the I know everybody else don't know, but the far side where they actually have the setup with the doors over there. Cabin at Old Spur. If you get married around here, it's a good place to get married, people. It's a nice place.
Not in the winter.
Just not in the winter, no. Or in the middle of summer.
Definitely not in the middle of summer.
It's a good spring, fall. Wish I had the sides up on the barn. But anyway, we were over there getting ready for the ceremony. And all of a sudden, I look around the corner, kind of around the house that's there. And I see something moving. I was, what the hell was that? I see 3 more of them moving. I look, and it's peacocks.
Sweet.
Biggins. All right. Well, they were out there chilling around the pond. They come around everybody. They must be really used to everybody because like
I've never seen them out there before.
I haven't either. But people were petting them and all this other stuff.
No.
And all of a sudden, they start walking over towards where the ceremony area is. So, all right, well, they about to get some peacocks in their pictures for their wedding. Even better, they had a big cross put up kind of behind the area that they would do the ceremony at.
Mm-hmm.
That would be in the background for their pictures. The peacocks all jumped up on top of the cross and kind of just perched up on there.
Really?
Yeah, and started pecking at the flowers all on it and everything. And which, surprisingly, I figured, I was like, they're there to stay. You ain't going to run them off.
Right.
And but no, about 5 minutes before the ceremony started, they jumped off of there. And they started coming around. One of them come over there and started pecking at the speaker. I had to like pop him upside the head. I'm like, move. He didn't want to move. Yeah.
Dang, but them things is
They were crazy.
it sounds like it.
I don't know. They not a smart bird. They're pretty birds, but they ain't,
very, very pretty bird.
they ain't very smart.
Probably not in the smart category.
I guess that's where bird brain where it comes in. I guess phrase.
Yes.
So yeah, that was it. Cool wedding. It was simple. They like decent music. Actually,
Good.
they were our age getting married, so
Okay. Yeah.
around about maybe a couple years younger, but
Yeah.
close to our age. So it was
elderly wedding.
elderly, and I don't know about elderly, but it wasn't youngins getting married over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good.
That's great.
My daddy went with me, so he helped me out some, which was good because
Oh yeah.
I feel like did
Yeah, you feeling like junk? That ain't help.
But nah, hit it on home, got some sleep. I was up back at church 7:45 Sunday morning, getting ready to
Play some music.
Musica. Felt a little better though. That was good. Had a good service yesterday.
Yeah, it was for sure.
Old Mac did good, and then I went and hung out with Brad a little more today. I had a funeral to go to, and Brad was singing at it. So
Oh really?
yeah,
I bet all.
Brad's our worship leader at church. So he was playing guitar and singing at it.
Okay.
So fun.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, guys, there was racing going on, a lot of dirt racing, a lot of action going on. You know, seasons are winding down places. I want to go ahead and throw something out here real quick though. That was a hot topic I saw locally here on Facebook. Our buddy Michael Butler actually wrapped up the Crate Racing USA Street Stock Championship again, another year at Lakeview Motor Speedway, and he finished third. And somebody wanted to take the championship away from him real bad, and they protested him. And if y'all don't know, Michael Butler runs Earl Ramey Racing Engine.
Yep.
So I can tell you how that worked out for whoever protested
obviously,
him.
whoever protested him don't listen to this show.
They don't.
That's a waste of money and time to tear that motor down.
That was a complete waste of money and time. But Michael and Earl, I talked to Earl earlier today too, and I said, no, it was good. Yeah, motor needed freshening up anyway. So
there you go. Save a little time.
Somebody else tore it down for him. So
exactly.
All they got to do now, put whatever new in it and throw it back together.
That's it.
So that was a good deal. So he, congratulations to him wrapping up that championship. I talked to Earl earlier. I said that was pretty cool. Another one wrapped up. He said, I asked Earl earlier. I said, "Man, what you doing?" He said, "Dude," he said, "I'm about to pull my hair out." He said, "I got more work. I thought it was supposed to slow down this time of year." I said, "See, that's what happens when Chicken Bone Alley starts talking about Earl Ramey Racing, and you get more work than you can stand."
I'm telling you.
So if y'all got any more, y'all can send him. Just do it. Just
send it his way.
Send it his way.
You will not be disappointed. We keep saying that every year, every episode.
He'll make you plenty of horsepower, plenty of championship winning horsepower there, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
So y'all go check Earl Ramey out. Earl Ramey Racing Engines. As always, guys, want to congratulate him honestly on a awesome season in racing. I know he probably still got a few more races to go with some of his guys, but a awesome season. I mean, we say it every week. You look on social media, and there's literally a list of people that are winning every week with Earl's Motors, and them Earl Ramey Racing Engines up front every week. So y'all go check them out. Go if you need some fresh power. Go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and like always, go once you get all that power in there, go get you some time on this chassis dyno. That thing is a great tool to have, great tool to learn what adds power, what loses power even on your car. Every now and then, I know some guys, you get to a track and it's just slick. You need to tone it down a little bit so you can figure out what to do on that chassis dyno to help yourself out, to get the most grip you can. You know how that works. Y'all know how that works. So go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Tell him we sent you. So there was some dirt racing this week. Big dirt race, Sonoya, Georgia. We'll start there. Man, that was there were 70 some odd cars there, I think, trying to make that race.
Yeah, that's impressive, being that what was going on the West Coast too. That was really impressive.
Yeah, it was insane. I tried to keep up with it. I was actually going back and forth between that and the whole Cajun Swing deal, with the big block modifieds. But Sonoya, man, I like that track. I love that track. That is a cool looking track. Cool. It's always seems to be in good shape. You guys do a good job on that track. Everybody I talk to all the time always talks about how nice that track is and everything. So it was some good racing they put on there, man. It was I saw the crate race they had, the crate late models. Whew. They kind of look like some of these local shows every once in a while. Yeah, there was one, I think Friday night, crate late model race. I don't know if they raced actually 5 laps.
Jesus, Lakeview.
Yeah,
Lakeview.
It was a Lakeview street stock race at some point. I don't know why. It's just one of them deals. But then on Saturday night, they stacked them up on the last lap down the front straightaway. I don't even remember who won. I had to look back and see who won that. They collected, I think, like the whole field out of 4.
Really?
Yeah, all but like a few cars were in it. Sonoya, if everybody don't know, that is a track that the Pollards run. That's Bubba Pollard, and he's a big asphalt guy, but he has been running some dirt stuff down there. But it was $52,052 to win on Saturday night, the big race, and Chris Smokey Madden took it home. He's always fast down there. I figured Ashton Winger would be fast. Finished 3rd. He put on Facebook that I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he put on there 3rd sucks. That's all he put.
Yeah.
So, but that boy, every time he's somewhere, and he's driving for GR Smith now, Gambler, Transportation Motorsports, and Ashton's fast for sure. Mm-hmm. So 3rd place there was pretty good. I know our buddy Max Blair went down there all the way from Pennsylvania, made the trek down to Sonoya and run. He brought home for Team SRI Motorsports there, or Viper Motorsports, he's our Team SRI guy. Brought home an 11th and a 12th place finish. Out of 70-some cars, ain't too bad.
No, it ain't. Definitely ain't. He probably hadn't run there a whole lot,
No, he hadn't. He's never been there. So to go there and do that, that car shows promise everywhere they go.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool to see them guys, Sean Martin, all that effort they put behind that car. It just seems to get better every time he goes somewhere new. It's like he went to Charlotte, and that was the first time he went there. he fought the car both days. The track was different in Charlotte both days, and so he kind of wasn't as fast in hot laps, wasn't as fast qualifying, heat race, and all of a sudden it's like he turns it up. It's like he figured it out.
Right.
And that's kind of how it always seems to go, or has been seeming to go with him with new tracks. So, man, when he gets a notebook of what's going on at these tracks, it's going to be something to be forced to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Going on there. So, but anyway, Chris Smokey Madden, he took home that $52,052.
That's a nice little paycheck before Christmas.
Yeah, for sure. But what was a even bigger, better paycheck? The duel in the desert at Las Vegas. I think they said it was like the 20. I can't remember. It was like 20-some annual. I don't know. Y'all know, but 25th annual maybe. I didn't realize that race been going on that long.
No, I haven't either. I mean, I didn't pay attention to it before it started at Bristol, and they talked about the
with the XR
triple deal with the XR, whatever. Yeah,
race XR. I mean, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was kind of surprised at how many people from around here went out there. Really, I mean, I just never paid attention before.
Yeah, our buddies, Chris Ferguson, they took off, went out there. Jeff Smith took off, went out there. Brandon Overton obviously went out there chasing that money. Yeah, a lot of guys from this side, Jonathan Davenport, all them guys went out that way. That was a quick turnaround from Charlotte to head out there.
Yeah, especially like Chris Ferguson. I mean, he was in the shop working like crazy all week or first of the week to get it together to get over there. I think practice started Tuesday or something.
Yeah, practice actually started Tuesday.
I don't know when they made it out there, but
Chris, I texted him Tuesday, asked him if they had left. It was late. He texted me back. Just headed out. So I think they got there, getting there earlier Thursday, I think.
Right.
And so, which I mean, the actual super late model races wouldn't until
Friday and Saturday.
But I know modified stuff there, and they're going Ricky Thornton Jr.
Oh yeah, dominated
the modifieds out there.
Dominated. He was good in the Super too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but he was good in the Super also. So.
Yeah, he was right up in there with him. So Davenport, I think, would have had that race won. Had not. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he blew a motor.
I think something was going on with the car. It started smoking. And I think when he went down in the corner, what it looked like to me, I mean, he could have just jumped the cushion, but what it looked like to me is when he went in the corner, something just quit on the car, and the car kind of straightened out.
It just ripped the front, the nose off that thing.
Because all of a sudden they pulled the hood off of it and it was on fire. So I'm assuming an oil line or something come off of it.
Yeah.
But it ripped the nose off of it when Bobby come by there, and so that didn't work out or was that Ricky behind him? I can't remember, but either way. But anyway, so Bobby Pierce won in Texas, and then turned around and won at Las Vegas to cash him in a cool check of $100,000.
$100,000, man.
So that's a cool deal for him.
Very much so. Yes.
I'm glad to see there's some. I mean, I know there's been money. Don't get me wrong. There definitely has, but there is some people really stepping up to put some money in super late models to make some good racing and make these guys. And that's what's crazy is years ago, if you'd have had a race, I don't care where it was, just like this weekend, if you'd have had 2 super late model races, paying big money. Both of those were. You would have really split everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been, not too many people at one, maybe someone with another, or really split it. Now, we have 70-some cars over at Sonoya, and then there's a full field in Las Vegas. I mean, so it doesn't, putting on 2 shows that far apart, obviously, ain't hurting the crowd.
No doubt at all.
The only thing it's hurting is trying to pick which one to watch.
Yeah.
And the only good thing is Las Vegas was way later, but it was so late that,
Right. Yeah, that was tough
for us.
Yeah, for us for sure. But it was good, man. It's getting, like you said, it's winding down, but it's been some really good races here in the past few weeks. And the Dry Dean series is starting up. That's gonna be cool. And I like that little series. It's a pretty neat little series to run through the winter. But
yeah, there are actually gonna be kind of some collab races there with the Blue Gray,
right.
And at Lancaster with Carolina Clash stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be
so they're gonna be ending the Carolina Clash and starting the Dry Dean series all at the same
time. Yeah,
ending 1 point series.
Well, it's a way to kind of influence people to run the Dry Dean series. I mean, people that's trying to go run the Clash series. All right, well,
that's the thing.
I mean, started this race or this series. So.
Like Michael Brown or Jeff Smith, both of them are right up there and top of the points, and
just keep on running.
I was fixing to say they all of a sudden get out there and run up front. I'm like, man, we might could do something in this. We already up front in points, so
right,
might as well keep on trucking.
Yeah, for sure. So,
and that'd be two fun ones to see. That's gonna be a fun shootout there anyway between Jeff and Michael to wrap up the Carolina Clash tour there. It's gonna be real close to see coming up here this weekend. This weekend at Lancaster Speedway and Cherokee Speedway for the Blue Gray.
Yeah. Well, one other thing I saw today or yesterday, whatever it was. I think it was yesterday because Chad McCombie was running a race down in where was that? Jacksonville. And our buddy, his spotter, actually, he's at church, so he wasn't there with Chad. But
nah, y'all got this one.
But I seen where that was like one race track on the East Coast that Josh Berry hadn't gone run.
Yeah,
and
he showed up.
he showed up
and ran and won.
That was a good turnout, though.
Yeah,
it was a real good turnout. I saw the entry list. That was pretty good stacked field. So that's getting bigger and bigger, really, around here. I think. I mean, it kind of was like on a dead spot for a while, and the super late models on asphalt around here really aren't.
Well, it's weird because it's like there's supers. When we used to have, when the past series came more down this way, we had more supers. The Cars tour, we get late model stocks from it, but they're supers. Don't get me wrong, but it just not down here in South Carolina. We get them in North Carolina.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's really weird.
It is odd, but late model stock
is
stacked.
It's stacked, and
there's 30, 40 cars about everywhere to go.
Yeah, we really gonna get in that here in just a little while because we'll go ahead and say it. Which I mean, the Charlie Powell Memorial South Carolina 400 is also this weekend at Florence Motor Speedway. And yours truly will be out there on hand live with a podcast out there. So y'all come hang out with me. We'll have tent set up. Hanging out with you guys. We'll get who we can on the show. Talk with fans. Talk with drivers. Talk with whoever else out there. We can get to come talk to us. I told Brian that he had to come talk with me while he was out there. He's like, I ain't get on her. I said, yeah, you are. I ain't get on her.
Come on, man. It ain't gonna be. Yeah, come on. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
So, but yeah, we're gonna get into that here in just a little while. But also, Sammy Smith, I saw he won the Governor's Cup down in Florida this weekend in the super late model. So, good for him.
Yes,
he's run good in the super this year.
Yeah, he has. He's got.
I mean, he should.
when you pay for a car that good, you ought to be good.
Yeah, he's there's some money behind that ride for sure.
I promise you. Yeah.
TMC is a heavy sponsor on that car, and that's top of the line ride he's got there. So, which I mean, Sammy's not a bad driver either.
No doubt. But. I don't know, just my opinion. This is just totally my opinion, nothing against Sammy or nothing else.
No.
It's so much more. It means so much more to me, and to see like someone like Derrick and how their team is run, and how this such as just a mom and pop's deal, and and it runs so well.
Got one car in the trailer. And
I mean, you know,
hope everything works out.
That's just cool to me, but it makes it so much more. But I mean, you know, nonetheless, not taking anything away from them, but it's definitely been a good year for them, and yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I know Derek put on Facebook the other day, had some issues. There was a sponsored deal that I don't know what sponsor it was, but I know Derek was trying to set up some stuff with try to get more runs in Truck Series, ARCA Series, stuff like that. Sponsorship deal fell through. He was upset about the way it happened and stuff, and the timing of it happened. I completely understand him, and I hate that for our buddy Derek Griffith there. And but he will be in full force in his late model, so we'll be cheering him on next year for sure. But coming up also, that will definitely be cheering him on is the Snowball Derby coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, it's around the corner, bro.
And
crazy how fast time goes, man.
Yes, it is. So it'll be good to see all that. But anyway, let's see what else we got before we get into some other stuff here. I think I don't know. We got some some cool stuff to go into here. I tell you what, let's just move into that here. So this is a real treat. All right, everybody, it is our pleasure to welcome back to the show, who is he coming kind of a friend of the show now. That's pretty cool. I like it. Is the 2021 Cup Series champion spotter, Mr. Tyler Monn. Tyler, what is going on, buddy?
Hey guys, how are you? Doing good. Doing good. I'm just hanging out here, driving to an event here at the end of the year. But man, it's been a crazy last week, pretty after Phoenix, and just kind of getting back into North Carolina and getting back to the swing of things.
Did you spend the whole week out that way?
Yeah, so me and my girlfriend spent the whole week out there, and she has family. Her aunt and uncle live out there in Mesa, Arizona. So we spent some time out there, went to Tombstone for a couple of days, and then hung out in Mesa and hung around there and spent some time out in Arizona. So soak it all up as much as we can.
Sweet. I don't blame you. Well, it was a good spot for you to be in, man. First of all, we just want to congratulate you, man, on the on coming from where you were a year ago, and then and coming into becoming a spotter for Kyle Larson there at Hendrick, and just doing everything that y'all have been able to accomplish this year, man. 11 wins, count the All-Star. Dude, it has been it's got to feel like a dream season, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's been so amazing for me. You know, just before Phoenix, we were watching. We were doing a little studying and watching film, and it was just funny sitting in the room. And I'm very thankful for Rick Ware giving me an opportunity back then and let me be on the Cup side for a while. But I was just telling the guys, before Phoenix, I'm like, man, last year at this time, I was spotting for J.J. Ailey, and we were running 27th, 28th or something, 3 or 4 laps down. I said, now this year I get to go battle for a championship. And then obviously cap it off with a win was pretty amazing. So, yeah, what a year a difference makes. And it's crazy. I mean, it's just I don't know if it's actually hit me 100% yet. I know after we crossed the checker flag on Sunday, I know it hit me pretty hard and pretty got emotional. But, yeah, man, it's just unreal. And to put in words that I'm a Cup spotter champion. So it is pretty cool.
Well, I mean, man, you have definitely made it to. If spotting is where you want to end your career, you have made it to the top of that list. So, congratulations, man, and that's awesome.
Yep.
And we're definitely proud of you, and thank you so much for coming on here, a few times this year and hanging out with us. It's been really cool to get to know you, and we definitely gonna have to meet up sometime at one of these tracks when all this stuff opens
Oh, I
back
know,
up.
absolutely. Yeah. It's yeah, you guys are awesome. I'm glad that I got to spend some time with you guys all year and be on the show. And it kind of, I can look back at this stuff like this and just watch how my year went with Kyle. And, obviously it turned out really well. But, you go back just to, from where it all started this year. And so, you forget about some things. And actually, I listened to the last podcast we did, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you forget a lot of things that happened throughout the year. And it's just so funny. You get tied up being so busy, and you just forget moments that's happened throughout the year that has been so successful, and especially for this 5 team.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I was speaking of that. That's kind of funny because I was kind of doing the same thing. I look back and after Las Vegas, and first of the year, and coming on, and man, and y'all getting the win, and you coming on here, and then. We say, man, hopefully there's going to be many more throughout the rest of the year. And
yeah, we win a third of the season. That's pretty
what
good.
I'm talking about. So that has been absolutely awesome, man. Well, I want to talk about the Phoenix race a little bit. I know all the wins have been awesome and cool to watch. But all right, coming. I want to go through your range of emotions yourself. Everybody saw it on TV, what Kyle went through there, because they kept the in-car camera on him, and just how that went with him, and which was awesome to see, because a lot of times you don't get to see that, and
right.
And so when you let's say taking that white flag, man, and you really thinking that this was coming down to the wire here, and y'all taking the white flag, tell us how it went from there on.
Man, I remember calling out the white flag, and even the last few laps, you just had to stay calm, and it's something that I've learned, come to know, and obviously I've never been in a situation like I was in last Sunday to have a shot at winning the championship. But man, it was just I knew that he just needed to put one lap together, and I think finally coming off turn 2, going down the back straightaway, I think it started hitting me like, heck, man, we're gonna win this thing. We're gonna, you know what I mean? As long as nothing happens through 3 and 4, we got this thing in the bag. And when he came out of turn 4, and I knew he got his drive off from Truex, and I knew he was clear. It just, man, it was super emotional for me. But just the last lap, I'll tell you, it felt like it was 30 laps. Like it just all And I'm actually glad it slowed down, because I felt like I could take every moment in, and I forgot some of the things I even said on the radio. But it's funny to me. It's just something that I've always learned, don't matter who you're spotting for, is always be calm. And if you're calm, you keep the driver calm, and not to go in panic mode. And I think that's something that I really take effort for, because, once I get worked up, then it makes the driver get worked up. And you hear a lot of guys, have to keep the spotter calm instead of keeping the driver calm. So in a situation like that, it was just staying calm, staying focused. Even that last green flag run that we had after the pit stop, it was just all about letting him know his information, keeping him calm, knowing me and Cliff on channel 2 talking, and just giving information. And it's something I feel like me and Cliff have done all year long, is just stay super calm and right. Keep calm. And it pays off, and it shows success.
I was ease for sure, man. And I was actually just about to get into that. You and Cliff, a lot of people talk about the driver spotter relationship, and the chemistry, them guys talking back and forth, because we know how some of them can get out there. First of all, I've never heard you and Kyle get like that at all. Y'all are always pretty calm on the radio. But what impresses me out of y'all's team is I hear how much I'll listen every week. I'm on NASCAR.com listening to y'all's radio, and actually the chemistry between you and Cliff to know what information to give to Kyle it seems really key, because there's like sometimes I hear Cliff giving you information about another driver or something if they're running a different line or something. I mean, and you being able to relay that information to Kyle in a way that he can use it, man, it's just so impressive to me because and then I've heard things, that Cliff tells you that it's like, and I've realized maybe you don't have to say that to Kyle. It's just let it go until there's time. That's what's really impressive to me is just knowing the driver, knowing the crew chief, and how you've been able to be that relay man for them.
Yeah, I think, in the beginning of the year, before it even all started, the first person I met with on the team was Cliff. And I knew since day one, when me and him sat in his office and talked, I knew that it was going to work out. I knew right then and there. Then when we get to Daytona, Cliff is by far 100% one of the best that I've ever worked with on the crew chief side. I mean, for information. And I think we just learned throughout the year, Cliff always knows that he can give me as much information on Channel 2, and I know what to filter and give to Kyle, what to hold back and not tell Kyle, what, just some stuff like that. And he does such a great job. And it kind of helps me out, not saying that I have to go watch other guys because I do what lane they're running, but it keeps me up to date throughout the whole race, and I don't have to worry about things like that. And it lets me do my job spot inside a little better and helping Kyle out in that situation. So, me and Cliff have worked so great together. And if it wasn't for Cliff, I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now today talking to you guys about this situation. He was the one that lent his hand out there. I grabbed it and we took off, and it's pretty amazing. And something that really meant much to me is I know after the race on Sunday, I made sure to let Cliff know on Channel 2 that I appreciated everything he'd done for me throughout the season, and to make me a Cup champion spotter and to get him a championship. It all clicks together, and it's just not all me and Cliff. I probably spend 2 or 3 days a week in the shop, being around the guys, knowing Jesse, knowing Steven, Chase, Kyle, Adam, all them guys that work in the shop. I try to be in line with them and know everything. So when we are talking on the radio, me and Cliff, I know exactly what's going on and know what's getting said and know what needs to be said. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Me and Cliff have really got along this year, and he helps me out on side of things, and I think I help him out on some side of things, and it has been pretty amazing. And it's just crazy how it all worked out this year, how this whole team came together. Super blessed, and how this whole 5 team actually came together, how they performed. Everybody works well with everybody. When we're down, we're all down together, and we pick each other up. And when we're up, we don't stop. We keep driving. Well, what can we do better, and what can we fix? We just won a championship, but heck, we're ready to move on. We test in the next gen car later this week, so we're already looking forward to 2022.
There you go.
Absolutely, man. Well, that's one thing that and David and I listen to. Like he said, we listen to NASCAR radio a lot, or we're at the racetrack. We listen to the scanners for sure, and listen to you guys. But a lot of people don't have the opportunity to listen to you guys throughout the race. But there's so much more involved in a spotter's job than car low, car high, and that's what I want really people to understand. You got a lot to control and handle. I mean, you're definitely Kyle's eyes and ears. That's just a lot to. I mean, honestly, that's a lot to keep up with, especially with a championship team. So. Yeah,
and it's just like when people, a lot of people that kind of are just outside of racing watching it. I get asked a lot, hey, what's a spotter do? Well, a spotter just don't, like you just said, you don't inside, outside, clear. I mean, you do them things, but there's so much more keeping up throughout the race, knowing lap times, knowing how many laps are left, what's left in the stage, where guys are running at.
Right.
You're looking at lap times. If somebody's running better than Kyle, you got to let him know. And he likes that information, and I just feel like I know what to tell him and know what to not tell him.
Right.
And I think that's what helps me on Channel 2, you know what I mean? Cliff tells me something, and really Cliff knows that it probably don't need to go to Kyle, that he's just telling me so it's in my ear, and I can keep it in the back of my mind and throughout the whole race, and
right.
Then I know what to tell Kyle, I know what to tell him, and I think just between, has worked all year. Me and Kyle's worked just the same. So, yeah, there's a lot doing it as a spotter. There's a lot of work going on.
Well, that's a cool thing too. I think with Kyle, and maybe a lot different than other drivers spotting wise, and you would definitely know better than any. But Kyle having a dirt background, not having a spotter, using his other. I mean, using his sight and
his seventh
sense or whatever it may be to necessarily feel cars around him in a way. I'm sure it helps him a lot, and that may be something that's different from him to someone else.
Yeah, it is. Kyle really, really knows his surroundings. I mean, it is. Me and Cliff talked about this all year long. There's some racetracks we go to where I struggle to see off turn 4 or getting down in turn 1 when they're going away from you or coming at you, and you struggle to make that call. He knows. He knows if I'm having a tough call to make. He knows that in the back of his head. Hey, Tyler don't have a very good call on me, but his surroundings are pretty amazing. And I'm sure the dirt background helps, right? It comes from that. It comes from running dirt and not having spotters and throwing slide jobs on people and clearing them when you can clear it. It's just all a deal. So, yeah, his surroundings, and it's way different from, spot from Kyle and then going to spot for Noah on Saturdays at Xfinity. Noah's very good at surroundings too, but Noah didn't grow up on a dirt background, so I feel like I had to feed a lot more information or spot different, and for Noah and for Jack Wood on the truck side. So it's just you got to change it throughout the day and throughout the whole weekend, really. Right. But as long as you keep feeding them information and keep doing it, you'll have success for sure.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of Noah, man, we were sure pulling for you. I thought you were going to have 2 championships in one weekend, man. That was going to be that would definitely be cool for sure. So
yeah, I thought we did. I really did. So I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but so I took over for Noah about midway through the year, and we picked up 2 wins, and then it gets down to Martinsville, and I didn't have COVID, but I was under COVID protocol with contact tracing with somebody. So it put me out at Martinsville. Brandon filled in for me, great friend of mine, and he manages Noah. He filled in for me, and I'm like, well, you guys got to go do it. The pressure's on you now. Wow. And then winning and locking herself into
That's awesome.
Into the final race. So it was cool. I was so glad to see them guys win, and it sucked that I couldn't be there, but it was so glad for Noah to get locked in, and then it was ready to go Phoenix, and we kind of ran not so great throughout the day, but at the end we had a shot at it, and we just kind of maybe at the end, we just got in the wall a little bit, and maybe Noah said he might have hit some oil getting into turn 1 and getting up top, and it's just hard to say. You're running, you're within 20 laps to go, you're giving everything you got, and that's your shot, right? The leaders are right there in front of you, and you got to beat them to win the championship. So we had a shot for sure, and Noah's done a great job, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to work with Noah next year. As he signed another year, then I signed on with him, so It should be a pretty awesome year, and I'm looking forward to it next year also.
Good deal. I was about to ask that. I was hoping you were signed up for everything, because I'm gonna tell you, I really think with Noah coming back there, having a little stability coming into this season,
right,
I think he's gonna. I mean, I know he's focused anyway, but I think it just takes something off his plate. He can really jump back in it and be back on top of his game as he was, especially towards the end of this season. So that's going to be cool to watch. Well, man, before you get out of here, well, a couple questions I want to know real quick.
Yeah.
How late did the party go on last Sunday night?
It was late. It was definitely late. I would say I didn't watch the sun come up, so I mean it wasn't
that's good.
Late, but it was definitely a late night. I'll put it to you that way. Fun night, it was a good night, and it was late.
There you go. Well, real quick, man. This since we talked about going to a test in this week, new car, man, coming out. Kind of. Ooh, I know everybody's kind of. I ain't gonna say scared, but they're just anxious for it. I know, and everybody's anxious to know what's going on. Is there anything from spotter standpoint that's going to really, other than number placement, obviously, that's going to be a little different for everybody coming next year, and stuff like that. But is there anything really going into a new car like that you're going to have to be watching out for and kind of obviously feeding information?
Well, I mean, there is a little bit different, right? I think the package, that racing package, will be different. I think, really think it'll be closer racing, to be honest with you, throughout the whole year, whether it's at Daytona or whether, or it's at a mile and a half or whether it's a short track. I really think the racing's going to be way closer, and I think it's going to be good racing. And what NASCAR's doing, I think, is going to turn out pretty good. The number of places will be different, but since I've watched it, when they first came out with them, I wasn't a big fan of it. But now after seeing it and on a car, and it grows on you. So, but there is some little stuff. I'm excited to get to this test because this will be the first test with the next gen car for me. I didn't get to do the Roval earlier this year, so I'm going to go over and hang out for a day or two, and some of the other guys, Hendrick teammate spotters, they're going to end up doing a test. I'm really just going to do. Kyle, he'll test in the morning and do stuff like that, and then I'll be there with him, and then I'll probably stay in Wednesday and maybe ride over Thursday and watch. Just something for me to get adapted to, but I think it's going to be good. Not saying there's a huge difference spot-wise, because you're still going to spot like you would any other race car or any, it don't matter whether it's a late model truck or cup car or Xfinity car, you still have that, but it could be a little bit different racing from this year to next year, and man, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. It's something different, something new, and you pretty much, all your cars, all your notebooks that you had last year, you pretty much throw them away, and you got a fresh sheet of paper this year.
That's it, man. I think it's going to be it's definitely going to be a game changer for sure. I think we're going to see some. I think we're going to really start. I think this car, at least for the first year or so, it's really going to put it in the driver's hands, personally. I think it's going to really show who the talented drivers are out there. So I think that's going to be really good to see.
Y'all might win more than a third of the races next year then.
Yeah, right. That's what we're hoping for. As Kyle good as he is, that'd be awesome. I mean, what a dream year this year. But I think you're right. I think teams will be closer, and it will show the driver. I think Hendrick will still have a good prevail and good company and good team. But you'll see backmarker teams. You'll see guys like Rick Ware and stuff like that, maybe not challenging for a win, but you're going to see them run way better than what they have in the past couple of years. I do believe that. And as long as they can get on a good engine package or something like that, they can do just as good as some of them guys that are, go from a 25th to 30th place car, maybe to run top 20 or something like that, and have a shot for them guys. So it's going to be good for everybody. I know them guys are really looking forward to it, and really everybody's looking forward to it. But yeah, I do agree with you. I think it's going to come out as the drivers, and it'll show what drivers are there. And obviously I get to blessed to be with a very good one. So I get to maybe, when maybe obviously we won 11 this year, counting the All-Star, maybe we bump it up, go to 12 or 13. I think Jeff Gordon won 13 in 1 year or something like that. I think that was the record or something like that. But
he did. I think Mark Martin finished second to him every time.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
There's still records to go be broke, and
exactly.
Looking forward to it for sure. But I do think you're right on the driver's side.
Oh, good deal, man. Well, cool. Well, we can't wait for it either. You doing any extracurricular racing over the winter or anything?
Man, I got a busy schedule, a super busy schedule this offseason. I feel like I'm not going to have one. So obviously we test this week, and then I'll end up the awards banquet is at the end of this month. I'll leave there from Nashville, fly to Pensacola, do the Snowball Derby. Sweet. And I'll do the Derby. I'll do the Snowflake down there. And then I think we have another test in December sometime. And then I'll go out to the Tulsa Shootout. Right January, right after Christmas, pretty much. I'll go out there, hang out with them guys. Taking a car out there and bringing it back for them guys, and then we test Daytona, and then the Chili Bowl starts. I'll be at the Chili Bowl, and then after that, man, it'll be ready to be in the Rolex I got lined up. So I'll do the Rolex end of January, and then before you know it, it'll be flying out to LA for the Clash and at the LA Coliseum. So yes, I don't take a break. I have a little time off Christmas to visit family, but yeah, I'm always on the go and always doing something. I never
awesome.
stop.
Well, who you spotting for? If you can say, who you spotting for at the Snowball and the Snowflake?
Yeah, so I'll be spotting for Mason Diaz.
Okay.
I spotted for him last year at the Snowball.
Yeah.
And my second year with him, and then the Snowflake. I think we'll see. We're trying to get. I think Noah Gregson's going to go run the Snowflake, so hopefully, I'll definitely be lined up with him for the Snowflake deal. But yeah, I like spotting for Mason Diaz. He does he does a good job. I met Mason, maybe 2-3 years ago. We were at an ARCA test, and he was up helping spotting. He was driving for Venturini then, but he was helping doing the spot in the test. And man, we just got it. He was so nervous the first time the cars came out on the racetrack. I had to help him where the cars, when to send his guy and stuff like that. But I just grown a relationship with Mason throughout the past couple of years, and great family, and great person, and everybody. He does a pretty good job. And last year, it's all about qualifying in the Derby, and he manned up, and that's the toughest race to make all year, to go qualify your be that top 30, and he went and did it, and we had a part failure break within the first 30 laps, so our Derby was not very good for us, but hopefully we change that around this year and have a good shot at it. I like going down to the Derby. This is like my third or fourth one that I will get to do, so it's always fun. Like I said, you feel like you're ready to be done after Phoenix, take a little break, but you're ready to throw the headset back on before you know it. And I'm with all these tests going on with the next gen, we really ain't gonna have a break. And with next year's schedule, we're definitely not gonna have a break. So
not at all.
We're on the go all the time. But thankfully, I get to have a week off and spend with the family and everybody else throughout the week, and the dogs. And I try to do everything I can as much as I can.
I don't blame you, man. Well, good deal. Well, awesome, man. Well, buddy, we appreciate you coming on here, hanging out with us again. And once again, man, congratulations being 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion spotter, man. That won't get old to say at all.
No, it won't. I'll take that in for a while. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a fun year racing. It's been a fun year talking to you guys, and hopefully I'm back on. Hopefully maybe before the season I can jump back on or something like that.
For sure, man.
I got some things on the list. I'm like, man, we won 10 or 11 races this year, won the All-Star, won some big races, and won a championship. But I really, really, really am looking forward to go winning the Daytona 500. That's next on the list for me, and so it'd be really cool to do that.
Well, man, anytime you want to come on here, you got the phone number. All you got to do is holler, man. Anytime. And I know we're going to be talking with you, obviously. I text you like every Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm glad to be on your guys' show. It is awesome. It's fun. I like talking. I like chatting about new things, old things, whatever it is. I love it.
Absolutely, man.
Well, we definitely going to do more of it, man. But we sure appreciate it, and congratulations again.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Tyler Monn, spotter for the number 5 HendrickCars.com.
Yes, sir.
Chevrolet.
Awesome
Driven
stuff,
by
man.
Kyle Larson. Your
So
2021
cool,
champions. Cup
so
Series
cool,
champions.
man. It's so cool. Like, we've been talking about Kyle since last year when he got booted out of the whole thing and come back, and we've been rooting for him pretty hard there, since the start of this whole deal. And we all thought that, okay, he's in a Hendrick car, okay, it's going to be pretty. I mean, nothing against Chip Ganassi, but I really felt like
We thought it was going to be an upgrade. Yes,
it was good,
It was
right?
going to be an upgrade.
And
who would have ever thought 11 wins later?
I mean, we really, nobody thought that. And even talking with Tyler at their first win in Vegas, I mean, they didn't know what to expect. Nobody did. But awesome year they've had. I think their team has built and grown together really well, and they mesh really well. And hope they don't lose anybody. Fortunately, it's not like a baseball team or a football team, I guess. Hopefully not.
Well, I mean,
I know,
you technically are. I mean, it's kind of is this year. I mean, I think core team is staying, but
right.
we got to look at the guys in the shop. things are really changing there. So it's gonna be
it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be really different.
But as far as their the pit crew and everything they got going on, I mean, having one of the fastest pit stops of the year, the last stop of the year is pretty cool. that kind of goes to show you how good that team is overall everywhere. I mean, they just all are great for sure. So, again, like you said, thank you, Tyler, for sure for coming on, and look forward to hearing about your off-season activities. And we'll be rooting you on at the snowball for sure. That's gonna be pretty cool and stuff like and all that. So,
see there, Brett, TJ, Freddie. Y'all ain't the only spotters can do podcasts.
That's it, man. He does an awesome job, by the way. So,
we got our spotter.
That's it, man, for sure. So
he might be at JRM sometimes too.
yeah, every now and
but y'all didn't invite him on. We did. No,
it's all good, man. But
we love it.
It's cool to have him on. He's gives us a lot of insight and really lets a lot of guys, fans know how much a spotter is involved in the team. I really, unfortunately, like you said, people just ask, well, what do y'all do? I mean, man, there's so much involved in what he's got to do, and that's really cool.
Yep. Well, speaking of JRM, as we just were, we about to see some cars from JRM this weekend over at Florence Motor Speedway in the Charlie Powell Memorial South Carolina 400 coming up this weekend. And on the line, ladies and gentlemen, we got the owner and promoter of Florence Motor Speedway here, Mr. Steve Zacharias. Steve, how's it going today, man?
Man, everything's good. Just wide open coming out of a crazy monster truck day and trying to get everything cleaned up. Got the pit road and the racetrack painted today, so it's just been insane, but we're getting ready.
Well, I saw it looked like y'all had a big turnout for monster trucks over there this past weekend.
Yeah, they had 2,800 people in there, and from what we measured the place out to be, we should have fit 2,100 people. So, but everybody was happy when they left. I mean, it was, impressive to see the show they put on, and everybody was happy. So it's no complaints, and we sold out of food, and everything was good, man. It was a good show.
That's a good deal, man. That's awesome to see. It's awesome to see. I'm glad. As we were just talking, we're literally 5 minutes down the road from the track right now. So that is Florence Motor Speedway has me and Sterling grew up there. I mean, that is our home track. We will always
every Friday night,
every Friday, every Saturday, whenever it was open. I have pictures of me being pushed around in a stroller in the pits there. Yep. So it's awesome. It's awesome to get you on here now, man. But I want to go back just a little bit before we get into this weekend. You've been over. You've had Florence Motor Speedway now for about a year now. Yep. So let's go back and kind of assess your year, man, because from the outside looking in, it's looked like it's been a pretty successful year. It's looked really good over there. Y'all have done some great things, man.
Yeah, it's been good. It's obviously just like everybody else in the racing world, the tire struggle has been real. So we went from selling 200 tires a race to some weekends selling 30 or 0. Wow. Selling scuffs, and that's a big change in the revenue stream and your money moving and just capital in general. But we've survived, thankfully to the credit of the supporters of Florence and of myself and family. They've been behind us the whole time, and everybody is so supportive of making sure that it succeeds because, I think a lot of people, coming out of Myrtle Beach closing, that was a tough deal for everybody. And then now it's, Florence, and I think we're all understanding, myself and everybody else, we don't want to see another one close. I mean, it's just, it's sad. It's frustrating. You might not agree with, what we do and how we do it, but at least it's a short track that we all love. It puts on great racing. And I hate to say this, but Florence actually puts on better racing than Myrtle Beach. I love Myrtle Beach. It's 5 minutes from my house, and I was brought up on it, but, in this current kind of general manager promoter role. But man, I'm telling you, the racing at Florence, the side by side, the second groove, the third groove, it's so much better to watch than at Myrtle when we got tied up side by side for the 400. Trying to run 50 miles an hour for however many laps. So, like I said, Florence is amazing. I don't like how I got there, but I'm telling you right now that the scenario probably couldn't have been more scripted if you actually look back on it with Bob closing Myrtle Beach, I'm sorry, and then Charlie getting sick and passing away less than a month after we signed our deal. So, Charlie loved Florence Motor Speedway. He was a advocate for short track racing, just like hopefully I feel like myself is. I love short track racing, man. My family does. I was born in it. I've been raised in it. But, man, it couldn't have worked out any better with, unfortunately his passing. And if he would have passed and then, Myrtle Beach is still going, Florence might be another one of those lost speedways.
You're exactly right, man. And the timing was impeccable. I mean, we all hated to see Charlie pass, and that was a tough time in the racing community. But the way things happened, I don't think he would have. Well, obviously we know because he was willing to let you take over the reins over there, and so it's good to see. When Charlie passed, it was good to see somebody stepping up, taking over Florence Motor Speedway, and continuing a legacy over there that has been going on for years and years and years. And speaking of Charlie Powell, coming up this weekend, the Charlie Powell Memorial, South Carolina 400 at Florence Motor Speedway, man. I am excited.
Absolutely. It was a huge turnout last year. I know it's going to just grow this year for sure. So y'all ready for it, man?
About as ready as I can be. Obviously, like I said, we're at 51 cars. We got the tires for it, barely, but we got the tires for it. That's the big question. I answer that daily, and again, I go back to, Steve and Jeff and all them at Hoosier. They're doing the best they can. I know it's a crazy time. I know, I've had conversations with people about, how's this and why's this and what's this. But I'm telling you right now that, if you go to McDonald's, they're not going to not sell you a cheeseburger if they got it. So Hoosier is going to sell you a tire if they got it, and they're going to sell it to they're doing the best they can to try to, kind of manage the numbers and move tires where they got to. But, we're at 51 cars, late models. That's 25. I think we're going to be at 25 limiteds. We're at the Thunder and Light. I mean, it's just going to be an insane weekend. I mean, 51 cars, late model stock wise, man. As a business, I'll tell you right now, I'm a little disappointed because if tires were in the normal quantity, or I could get whatever I wanted to, man, I'd be a hero this weekend. 51 cars buying 3 to 4 sets of car, I'd be all right. But it is what it is. So we're only going to sell 4 to each. I think we came up with a pretty cool deal. It was so we got 51 cars coming, and with 51 cars coming, obviously we can't start 51 cars on Florence. 4/10 mile ain't gonna work. So we started 35 last year. Is why I kind of came up with a starting field of 32 with 3 provisionals. I thought 35 would be good. Because we did it last year and it worked out okay. But you can't go to 50. That's just you can't fit them on the track, and we'll be lapping each other before it's over. But the way I worked it out is we're going to start 24 off a time, and then after that we'll do 2 qualifying sessions. But with those qualifying sessions, the way I say that is I'm going to break them up into heat races, but not heat races, because we don't have but 4 tires, so you can't ask somebody to put 25 laps on their tires and then try to keep up with someone that's got 3 laps on their tires. So what I'm going to try to do is make 2 different qualifying sessions where they can have 1 lap. If they make a good lap, they can sit on it, but you can't sit on your laps from qualifying, because that's when you were on stickers. That's your fast time. But in these sessions, you're going to have the ability to be the top 4. So if it only takes 1 lap to be top 4, great. You can sit in the car and hope you stay in there. But otherwise, if you don't, you can come in, make an adjustment, move your tires around. But you have to be in the top 4 of that group for each group in that qualifying session. So, I'm trying to make it where the guys that may not make it had a shot. We gave them the best opportunity they had to put themselves in the race. And when they leave, they felt like, all right, I had a fair shake. I had my chance to make it. I didn't make it. I'm going home. But I don't want it to be where 51 cars keep want to make the race, and you got 3 laps at it, and it's over, and I'm going home. So it's just I'm trying to do the best I can with what I was given.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And I think that's awesome to come up with innovative ways with the tire issue that we're having, but innovative ways to make it fair for everybody to get a good shake at it. Because I mean that's what everybody's looking for, and I mean I think everybody can respect the fact if they can't make it in by then, it just wasn't their day to make it in. So
right.
So that's awesome, man. Well, what's your schedule looking like for this weekend?
Oh, so Thursday we're gonna park haulers. We've also got optional practice. It's $100 or whatever for Thursday. Friday's free. We're doing a golf tournament on Thursday at the Hartsville Country Club, which I'm trying to get all that finalized because a lot of guys mostly want to come park Thursday because, again, you got 51 late models and 25 limiteds and a 4/10 mile. Parking is going to be at a premium. So most people are coming to park. And then I had a bad deal with a relative where my uncle had a massive aneurysm and had a stroke where we're putting him in a nursing home. So we're kind of trying to raise some money for him. So we're going to have the golf tournament Thursday. And then Friday is open practice. Gates are at 9. First practice goes off at 10, and then we're going to do 10 to 11 late model stocks, and then 11 to 12 rotating practice for everybody that's there. 12 to 1, we'll be back to late model stocks. 1 to 1:30 is going to be a break just for everybody. Come out of 1:30 and go to rotating practice for the support divisions. Another hour of late models and so on until 5 o'clock. And then Saturday, man, is just going to be, balls to the wall. We open at 9, practice at 10. Limited late models, we go off at 4, but we're going to run mini stocks as of now first thing. And it's just a great weekend of racing. If you're a race fan and you're looking for, an abundance of good racing, you're crazy if you don't show up at Florence this weekend.
That is 100% correct. I know we were out there last year and just watching, man, that was some awesome racing they put on out there. And every time we've been out there this year, every time I've ever gone out there, especially once late model stocks have started running regularly at Florence Motor Speedway again. Because for years we didn't have late model stocks over there, and you've brought them back over there, and that's awesome to me because to me, and I guess I might be a little biased, I don't know, but to me, late model stock puts on some of the best late model racing.
Oh, it did. Last year it did too. If I'm not mistaken, Ty Majeski won. I may be right.
Yep,
yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Him and Josh had a great race. Going to the end.
It sure did. That was really cool. So we definitely enjoyed being there for that. And man, it's just like you said earlier. Florence has always put on good racing. They always have. I mean, that track's just. I like it. I've always liked it. And there for a while, everybody wanted to make it back dirt. But I think if it's ran right and you can get a good
put the right cars on it,
51 late model stocks over there, that makes for an awesome race. So you don't want to change surface for sure. So proud of what you guys have done, man, and glad to have it back. Like you said, we're 5 minutes down the road, so it's good to have that right here in our backyard.
Real quick, Steve, I know we've been talking about numbers here, but there's some pretty big name drivers going to be headed that way this weekend. Who all you got coming over there?
So, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the cool thing about it in general. But Myrtle Beach had the same thing. We just kind of, moved everybody over. But, right. I mean, you're talking about and that's the thing. It's like any given Sunday when it comes to football is that your big names are going against your little names, and everybody has a shot. And that's also where this 4-tire deal I think kind of comes in, where you kind of have taken the big money out of it. You've made it where anyone can keep up with somebody because of the fact that they can't out money me and keep buying stickers. That's so right. So I'm excited about all of it, but I mean your big names, man. I'm telling you, this is the cream of the crop. You got your Timothy Peters, running in the truck series. He's won races nationally. He's won, I believe he's won Martinsville. Sammy Smith's going to be running next year in I believe the truck series. You've got Ty Majeski's coming back. The Chad McCumbies, unfortunately Josh isn't running with us, but Carson Cavapol is going to be running the JRM car. I just, like I said, it's a full field. But then they got to go against the Matt Coxes, the Ryan Glinskys, the Zach Miracles, Zach sat on the pole for the Cars Tour because he's got the experience at the facility.
That's right.
So, I think it's just going to be great to see Bobby McCarty's coming. I know, I'm trying to think of, there's 51 people. I'm trying to think of all of them in my head because I've talked to them, but you couldn't ask for a better field. From front to back, top to bottom, you're talking about just quality cars. And they're all going to have to fight for the spot. Like that's the crazy part. I grew up in that. I think we all did back in the day. My dad, every time he showed up at the racetrack, you had to make your way in. That was a weekly thing that doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. But back in the day, that was a weekly thing. You had to qualify in. And so for this race right here, you're going to have to have your best, you're going to have to put your game on or put your game face on from Thursday to Saturday, because it's going to take a lot to get in, and that's going to take a lot to be a competitor in it. So
for sure, man. Well, I am definitely looking forward to it. There's going to be some good racing. I'm ready for it. What up? I know I saw tickets on sale online. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I got discounted prices right now on fmspeedway.com. You can click on there. It's $3 off. Obviously, big races, we're usually 15. This one's a 20. Someone's got to pay for 10,000 to win, right?
There you go. That's right, for sure. So y'all go to fmspeedway.com, get your pre-order your tickets, and come on out this Saturday, or check out practice on Friday, and then come out Saturday, and we're going to be there ourselves, set up talking with all you fans, talking with some drivers, hanging out, get Steve over there to talk with us too.
Yep, we're looking forward to it. We appreciate you guys, everything you're doing, and appreciate the fans, and hopefully, I'm excited about all of it. I think it's going to be a great weekend of racing. But man, I think again, I go back to I think we all grew up. I know I did. I was born and raised in short track racing, and if you're a short track racing fan, if you miss this one, you've missed a lot.
That's right, man. You hit it 100% on the head right there. That's it's one of the best, and I know everybody hears it and sees it, and this is a track that Dale Jr. even likes to talk about a lot.
Oh yeah,
because of how good of racing it put on there, and how tough it was for even him to win back in the day there. So so if y'all want to see some racing like that, be sure head out to Florence Motor Speedway.
And I will say too, if it's anything like last year, get there early, because if
you're going to need to,
you ain't got nowhere to park. You
got plenty of parking out there. There's just so many people show up.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was packed. We were out there on the road, man. So, everybody definitely get there early. And, man, we sat and we brought our folding chairs and sat right there going into one, man. I love it sitting right there. It's a cool place. So, but you can see anywhere in the world around that racetrack. So get up there and get your seats early and hang out and enjoy a good show.
Well, Steve, man, we appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us, man, and we can't wait to see you this weekend.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thank you, guys, and thank you for everything.
All right, buddy, we appreciate you.
All right, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Steve Zacharias from Florence Motor Speedway. Y'all be sure to be at Florence Motor Speedway this weekend for the South Carolina 400 Charlie Powell Memorial. Yeah. You're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be a awesome show. It always is. I'm not saying it just because I'm partial to the track, because it's our home track.
It's just,
it's such a good racing there. It's always. I remember when we used to go there in high school. Honestly,
every Friday night we were there, because they raced on Friday nights back in the day. They've moved to Saturday nights now most of the time. But I remember every race almost coming down there. I don't care what class it was, coming down to last lap passes and last lap battles. Right. Well, like you
that's
say,
just the type track it is. It puts on awesome racing.
Yeah, kind of like Steve said. You can run 2 wide there, no problem. We've seen it many times, and and Ty and Josh put on a heck of a show last year. I enjoyed that. Really cool to see, and they just put on good racing, man. And I mean, seeing 35 cars start a main, if you will, that's pretty good at Florence for sure. That's a crowd at Florence.
That's a stacked field.
4/10 mile. I mean, that's pretty stacked. So, it'll definitely be a good show. Hopefully the weather will be good. I haven't seen that yet. But hopefully it'll be good. Last year it was. It's got a little chilly later in the evening, but
It's gonna be a little cool out there. But bring your blankets.
Dress accordingly.
You know what time of year it is.
Yeah, and so definitely.
If anybody wants to go ahead and pre-cook a fried turkey and bring it out there.
Well, I can tell you right now.
I'll eat some.
I'm telling you,
week
last
before
year,
Thanksgiving.
Last year it was packed out, but I can't remember if they sold out of food or not. I can't remember that, but I will tell you, get there early to get you somewhere to park, because if not, you're gonna be out there on 76.
That's an awesome problem.
That is awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. But just be ready for that, because there's gonna be a pile of people there. So that's really cool, and hats off to everybody, Steve and everybody involved for making it happen.
For sure. Well, let's transition real quick. I hope to see all y'all out there. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be set up out there, and maybe
Where you gonna be located at?
I have to put it on Facebook to be sure. Steve told me turn 1. I don't know if that means inside or outside. I'm not sure yet. I have to talk with him.
Well, hey,
make sure.
So anybody that's listening, then
Just come turn 1. Just look at turn 1.
Look.
I'm gonna take our sign out there with me.
Well, look out for the sign.
Look for the sign. Chicken Bone Alley sign.
Look out for the sign, bro. Yeah.
So,
definitely come hang out and come get you a sticker or whatever.
Whatever I got. I done gave away a bunch of them. I got some more.
Get them until they run out, so you get there early. But come hang out with David and Chicken.
I don't have a
You better hurry up, get some
I don't have a
keychains.
keychain. I was looking for them the other day. Here's a keychain.
27? No, 30. Oh, here's a keychain.
Okay, here's a keychain.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Lord, I apologize.
Yeah, absolutely. Nonetheless, just come enjoy the day. Get there early. Come down in the pits and walk around. I feel sure they normally have infield parking where you can back up to the fence, but I feel sure that's not going to happen.
Not going to have that this
year.
go around.
Not at this race.
There'll be way too many race cars there for that, which is
it's awesome.
I hate it for y'all that you can't do that, because I love doing that myself, but I hate it for you.
Well, it's really cool though,
because that's an awesome problem to have.
Yes, sir. Get you a pit pass. Come walk down there and come talk with all these guys. Come talk with David.
Get real nice with somebody. They'll let you up on top of their trailer.
I promise you, it will. It's really easy. Just be sweet.
Just be
nice.
Just be nice.
I'm easy.
Give him a keychain.
Give him a keychain.
All right, we'll transition that from real quick. We got our third guest on here for this evening, and it is our little buddy. I say little.
He's bigger than me.
He's taller than me. He's not little no more.
Taller.
He's younger than us, but that's about it.
He's like, what is he? 13? He might be 14.
He's 14.
He's 14 now.
14 now. All right. Derrick McGrew Jr. is here on the line with us, fresh off of the Cajun Swings there in his big block modified. Derrick, what's up, man?
Not much. How you guys doing?
I'm lovely. I'm absolutely lovely, man. I'm chilling out here in our brisk, I think it's supposed to be like 35-degree weather tonight. So how cold is it once you got back home? Was it really cold over there?
When we got back home, it wasn't too bad, but then towards when it started getting a little dark out, then that's when it kicked in, and you're back in New York.
A little bit different from Louisiana and Mississippi and all that junk down there, ain't it?
Yeah, it does. It sucks, but it's I guess what it is. So you get living here.
Well, it is what it is, Well, anyway, man. Well, you took the trek south, as we just said, down to the Cajun Swing, running the modified, man. And we got to hang out last weekend up at Charlotte, and y'all took off from there and went on down for a week of racing. And man, you look good all week. We were proud of you, man.
Yeah. So we came out of the gate as like a top 3 car right out of practice with time wise, and then carried that into the heat race and feature, and said we were we were a top 5 car all week long, and to be able to come out there like that, right out of the box, right out of the gate, and be a top 5 car was pretty awesome against the competition. I was out there like Stuart Friesen, Matt Shepard, Mike Haney, and be able to run side by side with those guys all weekend was pretty amazing.
It was fun. We watched you on Flow Racing all week, and got to see all that fun stuff going on down there. And me and you've talked about it many times that I don't personally get to see y'all race too much, because we just don't have that much of y'all around here. Y'all get to come over here to Lakeview about once a year, hopefully. And so getting to watch you race on there was a treat for me, man. I loved it. And you like being on TV like that, man?
Yeah, I do. I said it's yeah, and having good runs like that on TV time, it gives me more exposure and opens some more eyes. You know what I mean? Gives you a lot more opportunities, and a lot more people are said. They said they said the amount of people, the numbers they had on Flow Racing was up to like I think 30,000. And said you don't even know how some of the people that might be watching, be able to be on there and be running as good as we did, gives us a lot of exposure and hopefully open some eyes.
For sure, man. And I will tell you, I had to. Me and my wife were sitting there, and I had it on. She's she's whatever about racing. she knows that we know you, so she was paying attention a little bit. But I had to keep pausing. I'm like, look, there's Derrick. You see that? You see that right there? There's Chicken Bone Alley sticker.
Oh yeah, we made sure you guys we were repping you guys all weekend.
I appreciate it, man. That was awesome. That was freaking awesome. So all right, well, you went down. I know y'all left Sunday. Y'all left Sunday from Charlotte, isn't that correct? And then y'all headed down that way. What was your first stop?
Boo Hill Speedway. Definitely something to see. Another racetrack that we can check off the list, and it was pretty awesome.
Well, give us your I know some people saw it on TV, but let's go ahead and give us your rundown from that night at Blue Hill.
We started off the night with a pretty good time in hot laps, which said the car was good right out of the gate. We had a top 5 car and went through the heat race. I think we ended up starting. I'm not sure where we started. I started last in the last heat race. We came out of the gate and drew 50 out of 50 numbers, of course, and put us in the back of the heat race and drove from 10th to 3rd in like one lap, and then got jumbled up in a wreck and gave us a left rear flat tire. Went in and changed it and came back out and went back from 10th to 3rd and made the redraw. And that put us, I think, 7th in the feature. And car was a little off in the beginning of the race, but towards the middle end of the race, car started to come to us. And we were able to drive back to fifth place finish, I'm pretty sure.
Good deal, man. So that was the first time you'd been to that particular track?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of it?
Place was pretty cool. Said the facility they had there was definitely something pretty cool. And said the track was a short track. I think it was. I'm not sure how big it was exactly, but I know it was pretty small. Had a lot of bank into it. And it was kind of a paperclip, had really, really tight corners and a lot of bank into it. But the place was really fun to race on and had some good action.
Going back just a little bit, I know we talked at Charlotte and stuff. You got a little bit different motor setup than a lot of the guys have in your car. Tell us about it just a little bit if you can.
Yeah, we started off the season with a normal big block and had a small block too, and ended up blowing those up through the season and really hadn't had much sponsorship, and it was kind of hard for us to be able to get another motor. And deal came up, and we kind of couldn't miss it, and we ended up buying it. And it was an LS7. I think it was, not sure exactly how to describe it to you guys, but it was an LS7 motor. Dave Hunt had put it together and built it, and said we went out there, finished off the season for like the last race at Malta, and had a really good run with it, and came out to the Cajun Swing in Louisiana and put that thing up front and had a really good showing with that. And that thing's been running really good and been treating us really well.
Well, that's what I was about to get to. You just said you went to that paperclip type track. Is there a certain track that type motor kind of lends itself to, or is it kind of just a good all-around motor?
I feel like, to me, said we ran it at Malta, and so Malta's a pretty big racetrack,
right.
Albany Saratoga Speedway, and treated us well there. We were battling with some really, really good race cars and could beat them. And I said I feel like it's a really good all-around motor, nice and smooth, and very drivable engine. And I think we found something that we really like here, and hopefully we can bring it to the next level.
Sweet, man. All right. Well, moving on from Blue Hill, night 2, where were you at?
Arklatex in Vivian, Louisiana.
All right. Tell us how that went.
We started off the night pretty well. I think we drew. We started, I think, 4th in the heat race, and we ended up driving to 2nd. Redrew 4th, and like I said, that same night, same as night 1, said right off the gate when the green flag dropped, the car wasn't really the best, but it came to us like halfway through the race, and we started moving forward and picking up positions on the high side, and we're driving by cars and then making it back to 4th. The last 10 laps of the race, we were coming in and catching the top 3 cars, and we were all over them, and the car started to get a really, really bad push, and ended up finishing 4th, but we were good all night long, and said up there top 5 finishes with the best of the best.
Good deal, man. That's sweet. That was a good run for sure. And there's something real quick I want to talk to you about. One of your product sponsors, I guess we'll say, on the car, SRI Performance, with our buddy Randy Keene over there, Arcade Motorsports Consulting, help you out with some brakes on this car. I know y'all run some PFCs on there. Man, tell us how important in your type cars that brakes can be.
Yeah, I mean, the brakes are crucial. You don't have brakes, I mean, it goes from, when the track gets really slick, that's when brakes, you really, really need them, and they come in, and so they're a very, very crucial part of the race car. Said to be able to get to the corner and, trail brake, a lot of drivers know what that is, and kind of, trail braking it through the corner to keep the car up in full attitude and keep rotating through the corner. It's a very crucial part that you really need to be able to stay good and run up front, and but they're very important.
For sure, man. Well, good deal. All right, moving on to night 3. Where were you at?
The Rev. So we got there, and the track, the facility they provided us was awesome. That used to be an old asphalt track, and I think for the asphalt late models and a bunch of other divisions like that, the place was awesome. We went out there, and it rained really, really hard the night before, and they struggled. They rushed together to try to get the track to the best condition they could. It didn't come out the best, kind of ripped up a lot, and caused the track to be very rough. But we went out and practiced, and we third quick overall, and almost flipped over in practice, hit one of the ruts wrong, and got up on a bicycle and almost flipped it over, but we were able to save it and we started, I think, 3rd in the heat race. Went out there, got to 2nd, and on the restart, I think we needed a little more gear to the car, and we ended up finishing 3rd. And then went out to the redraw. We drew number 1, started on the pole. Thought we were going to be really good, and just missed the setup a little bit. The car was really, really tight, and never really came to us, and ended up finishing, I think 7th that night. So wasn't too bad. So we were still up there in the top 10, but it was probably one of the worst finishes we had so far that week. We weren't very happy, but we went back and went to work and tried to make the car better for the next night.
Man, I tell you, and I know y'all were talking about, put on Facebook the other day about finishing 7th that night. And excuse me, I'm sorry. But I was like, man, I'm sitting here looking at the list of drivers that were there, and how many cars were there? Because there was I think there was close to 30 cars there, wasn't there? Yeah,
the first night I think they had 34 cars, and then the next couple nights they had anywhere from, I think they had 29 cars.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, it stinks to finish 7th. I understand that, but in the company you're in and in the amount of cars that are down there running this race, there's no slouches in that. So running 7th against that kind of competition, man, that was impressive in that, being that, earlier in the week you'd run 4th in there. So, man, it was impressive to watch for sure. So we're definitely proud of you there. All right, next 2 nights, correct? We're at Super B?
Yeah, Super B Speedway, yep.
Yep. First night, I saw you had some. Man, I was watching, and I'm pulling for you like I don't know what, and you're leading the heat race, and you were out there so far in the heat race that they quit. That they quit watching you. That they took the camera off you and went to second place, and all of a sudden I see second place go by you, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, they were all telling me that I was checked out, gone, and then we came out of turn 4, and the drive shaft ended up breaking and took transmission out with it. So that really put us behind the 8 ball that night, and we rushed to get it all back together, and we ended up having a provisional for the feature, so we ended up taking it, and we started 26th. We were pretty deep in the field, and drove it up to 6th, I think by lap 20, so it was halfway, so we still had a long race to go ahead of us, and went down into turn 3, and car behind us got into us and spun us around, gave us a left rear flat tire, went in and changed it, and drove back from 26th to 7th. So I think if we didn't have that bad luck that night, we definitely had a winning car. So, but we know we were fast, and went back to work and made sure the car was 100% for the next night, and just kept digging.
Man, I'm telling you, that was I keep saying impressive, but it was impressive. It was impressive to see. I hated you had to come from the back twice, but just to watch you do it was insane. It was you were being able to pick and choose where you needed to pass cars at and do it effectively and quickly and get rid of them and go on to the next one. So that was cool to watch. I got something to talk to you about, though, about the Saturday night, not necessarily your car. You got into another car.
Oh, yeah. That was a blast. I had a blast in that thing.
It looked like you did because you was out there. I didn't know if you were spinning out or you just decided to do donuts. I didn't know.
Yeah. So it definitely drove a little different. I wasn't used to that kind of car. I said they gave me the opportunity. They asked me if I wanted to hop in that thing, and I said, of course. That's something to put in the memory book that say you drove so I don't know what you want to call that thing.
It's a street stop, but they got like a Volkswagen Bug body on it or something.
Yeah, they did something pretty cool. They had a creative mind with that thing, and thing was pretty cool. And we hopped in it and went out there, and I sent her in a little too hot there the first lap and looped her, and then got back going, figured it out, and got a rhythm going, and we ran some pretty good laps, and then went out in the heat race and went out there, and I was drove by a race car. I was wheeling the thing, and then went down in the turn and spun it out again, and they kicked me off the racetrack. But they told me that I only get one caution, and I spun it out, and they told me to get off. But
oops.
That's what it is. It was definitely a fun experience, and I can't thank Alan and those guys enough for giving me the opportunity to hop in that thing.
It looked fun. It looked like a lot of fun. All right, well, all right, then you jump back in your car. Big race, last race of the week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we went out there. We had a fast car again that night, and went out in the heat race and struggled with brake problems. The brakes went away, and we ended up finishing one spot out of the redraw. But we went back and found the problem, and we fixed it and went back out for the feature. Ended up starting 13th. Went from 13th to 6th, and by lap, I think, 19, and the car was running really, really good in the beginning of the race, and kind of, just settled down there once we got almost to the top 5, and kind of just started making smart decisions and just kept moving forward, and then got collected with another car and knocked back a couple of positions and drove back up to the 6th, and got swooped again by another car behind me that put us back to the back, and we drove out, ended up, I think there was 10 laps left, and so kind of didn't give us a lot of time to be able to get back to the front, but we ended up driving back to 9th. So, for what it was, and driving from the back to the front again, with a short amount of time left in the race wasn't too bad of a finish.
No, not at all, man. That was cool to see. It's cool to see. I mean, you did not finish outside the top 10 all week long, which is, that's something to really talk about there. I mean, that's stiff competition there, man. And at the end of the day, you wrapped it up 5th in points for that the Cajun Swing there. I mean, I know he had trouble one night. He won one night, but he had trouble the rest of the night. You finished in front of a man named Stuart Friesen. I mean, that's no easy task for any short series or anything.
Yeah, exactly. In front of Stuart Friesen and Mike Mahaney. And we were up there. We were up in almost in the 3rd position. And then he said that one night we ended up breaking, but said to be able to put our names beside those guys like that is pretty cool. So we know we're doing big things right now, and said we're going to keep working at it, and we're gonna get to that next level.
For sure.
For
man.
sure.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Definitely so. Well, I'm glad y'all had a safe trip and safe trip back home and all that stuff, man. Tell everybody who helps y'all out on the car, all your sponsors there.
Yeah, so a couple guys came on big this weekend to make sure we could make this trip possible. Natural Bridge Speedway, Joseph, and can't thank those guys enough there for helping us get to Louisiana. Vertex Property Management, Elevation Construction, CQC Auto Sales, Next Generation Roofing, Chad, and all his guys. Thank you for helping us get to Louisiana and everything they do for us weekly at the weekly racetracks and even anything in my race, and he's always there to help me out. So yeah, CQC Auto Sales, BDB Paving, Goodson Interiors, all of our product sponsors, PFC Brakes, Outpace Racing Products, SRI Performance, Randy Keene. Can't thank Randy for everything he's been doing for us lately, and it's been big. And all the marketing stuff and exposure he's been getting us is pretty awesome. So thank you, Randy. So Earl Ramey Race Engines, Dave Hunt. So I got so many people I got to thank. Said sorry if I forget anybody, but said there's so many people that helped me out and helped me get to where I am right now, and I can't thank everybody enough for help doing what they do for me.
For sure, buddy. For sure. That's awesome to see. Well, man, we're super proud of you for going out there and like y'all do well, y'all have done the past couple of years, but we're super proud of you for making that trip, having finishes like that, and just driving the wheels off that car, man. We're proud of you, man.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it, and we're gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna put our name out there.
Yeah, man, definitely so. All right, well, something I want to ask you about real quick. SRI Performance, man. Have you been over to SRI Performance? You've been over there, hadn't you?
Yeah, we were over there a couple times with Randy.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool place, ain't it?
Yeah, that place is awesome. They said it's like a candy shop for race car parts. It's like it's awesome.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, they got everything from like you said, brakes to nuts, bolts, fasteners.
Yeah.
I mean, anything.
Race car seats, anything you could think of.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's awesome to see. All right, I'm gonna ask you: when you walk in a store like that, what kind of draws your attention? Is it? Because I know as a driver, when I was driving when I was younger, I don't know what it was. I went in there. I started or places like that. I'd go in there and I see helmets. I was a helmet guy. I loved helmets. So I was always drawn to that. When you walk in a store like that, what's the first thing you go look at?
In a store like that where they have everything, I said I can't even. They had so many things there that I catch my eye. I said I don't even know. So there's so many things in there from. I can't even give you the answer for that question. I said there's so many things that catch my eye. I said the helmets to like race car seats and all the parts they have, brakes and everything. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
It is, man. Did you happen to go back and when you went over there, did you happen to go back and see all the used parts they have?
Yeah, so I went over there and saw the used parts collection they had too, and it's just crazy. And like they're like the used parts collection pretty much is brand new because they do a lot of stuff with the asphalt industry, part of the racing, and NASCAR wise. And you know how those NASCAR guys, they'll run a part for one race and put it for sale.
Yeah.
So it pretty much those parts are brand new for guys like us. You know what I mean? And to bolt on your car. So
exactly.
It's they provide you with a pretty awesome selection of parts.
Exactly. I know a lot of dirt guys, especially, are the guys that see those parts and are like, hey, I can do something with that. So
exactly, yeah.
So guys out there, if you're looking for something to make your car a little different, obviously, and it's going to be awesome parts. So if you're just looking for something to make your car fast but yet different, might be a one-off part for you, go check out SRI because their used part selection is absolutely insane. Their new part selection is insane. All their parts are insane. Go check out anything you need over there, from anything from brakes. They'll get you some tires if you need tires. They'll get you any part. It's like Walmart for race cars. They got everything.
Exactly, yeah.
So
pretty much, but
so y'all go.
Yeah, I said I also want to thank Onyx Industries and Elmo Speed and Supply. I said I forgot those two people. But I said, yeah, sorry if I forget anybody else. I said I got so many people that help me, and It's amazing.
There you go, man. Well, good deal. Good deal. Also, I going in with SRI Performance, I want to thank it as stock car, steel and aluminum. Same deal over there, guys. It's
Exactly.
it's any material you need for a race car. Those guys got it. So y'all check them out. As always, if you're online shopping, put in promo code CBONE10, that is C as in chicken, BONE10. Get yourself 10% off at time of checkout. So y'all go check it out. I know Junior here, he's going to go over there and buy some stuff for his car, because that's what he does.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
For sure, man. Oh, well, good deal. All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you hang out with me and just close out the show with us. You cool with that?
Sounds good.
Cool, man. Well, I want to thank, as always, as we just said, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, RK Motorsports Consulting, our buddy Randy Keene over there. We appreciate them. We could not do this show without them. Also, Forward Bite Apparel. Y'all go check them out. You ever checked out Forward Bite Apparel, Derek?
I haven't.
All right, we'll get on your phone when we get off here. Go check out. You can find them on our Facebook page or any of our pages. Go check out Forward Bite. They got some pretty cool looking shirts and hoodies and all that stuff. It is the all the things that any race car driver would want to wear when it's not just other race car drivers' t-shirts.
Exactly.
So
So, I'll make sure I give those guys a look and see what they have.
For sure, man. Do it. I think you'll like it. Also, Checkered, the racing social media. They are the new name in social media, but they are all racing all the time. That's all it is. Checkered. Go check it out. Download it at your app store, iTunes or Android or Play Store or whatever you got it at. Go check out Checkered. But anyway, well, all right, Derek, you're back home now. So, back in school this week?
Yeah, back to reality, back to doing school and all that other stuff. It stinks, but you got to get it done.
What grade are you in now?
9th grade.
9th grade, high school. First year of high school. You liking it?
Right.
How's that going so far?
Oh, it's not too bad. I'm homeschooled now, just for all the racing we do and stuff like that. You know how busy we are. Like, we were gone this week in Charlotte for the 2 weeks before that, so you it works out really good to be able to be homeschooled, and gives me a lot more time to be able to do what we need to do.
For sure. And also, I want to throw it out there. If anybody is in the area around Derek and them, check out Darren McGrew Property Managements.
That's right. Yeah. I also started my own little side business too, and just to have something there to not even lean on, just have a business to be able to just like not many young kids go out there and do that and have a lot of work ethic, and it's my dad helped me out, my parents, my mom, my stepdad helped me out and helped me be able to start early and be able to make sure I'm successful.
For sure, man. Well, I've been fortunate enough to be able to spend some time around you and your dad, and I know your dad wouldn't accept anything less than good work ethic. So that's perfect. I'm glad to see someone your age honestly have good work ethic, because it's hard to come by anymore.
Yeah, it is.
All right, dude. Well, tell your dad we said happy birthday.
Yeah, I will.
All
Definitely.
Right. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on with us, and we appreciate everybody listening. We appreciate Tyler Monn coming on, spotter for Kyle Larson, and also Steve Zacharias. So if anybody's in the Florence, South Carolina area this weekend, head over to Florence Motor Speedway for some good late model stock racing. And Derek, what real quick before we go in that, what's your upcoming plans, man? This year's kind of closed out. What's anything for 2022 right now?
No, nothing 100% yet. Both of our race cars are for sale right now, and hopefully we can get something good and put together for 2022 and have a good start going into the season. As of right now, I think we got some things lined up, maybe to head to the Tulsa Shootout in December. So that's pretty major and pretty awesome opportunity that I've been given. And but as of right now for the 2022 season, we have nothing 100% lined up yet. But if anybody, any marketing partners would like to come on board to Derrick McGrew Jr. Racing, just contact us and we can work something out.
Where can they find you at?
Right on Facebook, I said Derrick McGrew Jr. or Derrick McGrew, my dad. We do all of our marketing and social media stuff through Facebook or on my website, www.derrickmcgrewjr.com. Or a phone number. My dad's phone number is 518-506-5030, and my phone number is 518-934-1733. So get a hold of us on either one of those sources, and hopefully we can work something out together.
For sure, man. Well, if he hadn't given you enough already, if y'all need any more help getting in touch with him, just contact me. Just Chicken Bone Alley, whatever, and we'll get you in touch for sure.
Awesome.
All right, Junior, we appreciate you, buddy, and we'll be talking with you soon.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for having me, and hopefully you can get back on soon and talk to you guys again.
For sure, man. All right, everybody out there, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us today, and we will be seeing y'all next week. Later.